To make a move like that, you have to have kahunas and conviction.
Long-term, I'm bullish. We could see about a 20% correction next year.
This is Josh Jelinski, the financial quarterback. Don't touch that dial.
So it looks like we're on track for an estimated 12,000 baby boomers turning 65. How many baby boomers are turning 65 every day? Is 12,000 the right number?
Well, currently it's 10,000, but beginning in 2024 is when the peak of the baby boomer generation is going to turn 65. So then it's going to jump to 12,000 a day in 2024 and continue at that level for some time. And then sometime in the 2030s, all of the baby boomers will turn 65.
Now it's likely that this rapid increase in the number of people enrolling in Social Security and Medicare will increase the pressure on already strained retirement programs. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this demographic shift is really going to affect pretty much everything that interests retirees. You know, as the baby boomers went through their life cycle, they did that to pretty much every part of the life cycle. There's a big, when they were infants, there was a reduced demand for all the things infants used, and they crowded all the schools as they went through the school system, and they had too many people seeking jobs in the early years of the baby boomers. So the same thing is going to happen as they're turning 65. It's put a big strain on Social Security and Medicare because there are more people taking out of those systems now than are putting into it, or far fewer putting in than there used to be based on each retiree. So it's put a great strain on the system. The trustees of both Social Security and Medicare issue an annual report, and the latest report shows the Social Security Retirement Trust Fund going to run out of money in 2034. And actually, I think a lot of the assumptions they used to come up with that estimate are a little too optimistic. And so there's a real risk it runs out of money before 2034. The important thing for people to know, though, is it doesn't mean the end of the Social Security program. There's still payroll taxes that come in each year, and those are estimated to replace or to be enough to pay for between 75% and 80% of the promised benefits. But still, there's the potential, if Congress does not act, that when 2034 comes or whatever year the trust fund runs out of money, there's going to be an across-the-board benefit cut of somewhere between 20% and 25%, unless Congress does something to change the funding or to change the benefit levels. So we're coming up to a point now where pretty much everyone who's in retirement has to be wondering what Congress is going to do, when it's going to do something, and who it's going to affect. So while there won't be an end to the Social Security program, there won't be an end to the benefits, people have to be planning for some flexibility in their retirement budgets, so they'll have some room in case there is some cut in their Social Security benefits.
Do you really think they're going to cut benefits? I mean, I think they're just going to tax us into oblivion rather than, they'll say, okay, if you make over a certain amount, you'll be taxed at 50%. But maybe they'll do means testing. What do you think will be done?
Yeah, well, I was hoping they would have acted by now. They continue to wait and focus on other things. I suspect there's going to be a combination of actions rather than one big specific action. They'll increase taxes for sure, payroll taxes on the younger people. They'll also reduce some benefits for the younger people, probably. I think they'll protect people who are already retired and receiving benefits, and probably those who are within 5 to 10 years of receiving benefits, but they'll probably carve out an exception for higher income people. They'll find a way to increase taxes on Social Security beneficiaries who are higher income, or to reduce their benefits. So I think it'll be kind of this combination of actions rather than just this across-the-board cut. But if Congress does not act, then the Social Security Administration is just required to do this across-the-board benefit cut of 20% to 25%, whatever is needed to balance the books.
I love the idea, although nobody else did, of the private accounts. I would love it if instead of my payroll taxes going to Social Security, it goes to index funds or mutual funds that I would control. But that didn't really, that kind of went over like a lead balloon, right?
Right. Yeah, that didn't go over. A number of people just want to continue having people pay taxes into the Social Security system. And there were some concerns about how people would invest that money, how many people, are really qualified to pick their investments, paternalism, things of that nature. So you're right, it did not go over well. What's gone over well in some countries in Scandinavia, Australia, and Chile is where there's just a national retirement system where part of all your income goes into this system and it's invested. And then when you turn 65, it becomes a benefit for you. So rather than this hodgepodge system where you have Social Security paying a minimum benefit and then people saving on their own in 401ks or in taxable accounts, but the amount they save is up to them. So they might or might not have enough money. Some people save too much, deprive themselves during their working years. Other people don't save enough. And then when they get to retirement, they really have to cut back their lifestyle. So that's one option to go, but the U.S. has not chosen to go that way either. So we have this mixed system of Social Security providing a minimal retirement benefit, and then you're on your own, or maybe you have some employer benefit to finance the rest of your retirement.
Yeah, I don't really see that happening. I mean, President Obama tapped Mark Irie and Phyllis Borsey, who were experts at that. I believe Mark Irie, when he was at Wharton, did a lot of studies on the Chilean system, and it seemed like that was going to get some traction, but nothing ever came of it. Any update on that or not really? It was pretty much dead in the water.
I haven't seen anyone seriously talking about introducing that in the U.S. for some time.
Yeah, I think after Obamacare, it kind of, was branded as sort of Obamacare for your money, and people didn't like that. I mean, I think long term it could be very powerful. But anyway, it's not going to happen. I think what the government does with my money that I pay out of my payroll taxes should be mine. And I'm not getting the amount that I'm putting in. I mean, if you have a small business owner, you're putting in like 15 grand a year of your payroll taxes, the Social Security tax, FICA, Medicare tax. Where's it going? It's not going to you. So I would much rather it be into some type of national TSP alternative or HSA alternative. So